taking off from Nelson's Dockyard in English Harbour on the beautiful Caribbean island of Antigua. Experiencing the live weather of the Caribbean. Tomato. Whichever way you slice it, it is gorgeous. Stunning. Superb. So it's one of the original British ports, naval bases. Very hurricane proof apparently. As you can see why it's surrounded by high land, and particularly in here you're not going to get the ocean crashing in. Much more open on this side of the bay. Fabulous, look at that. Let's just take a circuit. Now I'm not sure if this is still called, that's Falmouth on the right. Falmouth. If this is regarded as English Harbour, I think it's only the small bay we just took off from. Anyway, they're both adjacent and both pretty spectacular. Look at that. I got about 5 or 6 cameras mounted on the chopper, including a nose cam. Just make sure I got that lined up. There it is. Can be a bit disorienting if it's not pointed straight ahead. A bevy of boats, I guess you'd call that. Fantastic. Wow. Right, so let's touch down. I'd say here. Which way is the wind coming from? Just north of east, so I'll circle back around, land next to that swimming pool, I think. I'll try to land into the wind these days. Collective down, kick the pedal round, almost come to a stop, 10 knots there. Looking at the wrong dial. Anyway, it's slow. Let's keep our eyes on the prize. So I'll land on that between those dark green patches of grass there. And here we go, almost down, just touched actually. Now like a kangaroo I leap forward. Typical Aussie landing. There we go. Nelson's Dockyard, English Harbour, Antigua. Right, so let's take off on the southern end of Antigua, approaching sunset. It's almost 5 PM. Oh, that is a heck of a cliff. And what was the height there? 300 feet? Well, it looks higher. looks higher. Here's Nelson's Dockyard, English Harbour. Swing past the sunken ship and the yachts. Looks like a sunken super yacht, really. Or maybe a small cruise ship. Let's go to the nose cam. Magical. Wow, look at that. So it is, yep, 30 seconds before 5 p.m. Look at the golden light on the hilltops ahead, catching the foliage, the glossy leaves are sparkling. That is amazing. Pan left, pan right. That's cool. Might land at this harbour entrance, I think. Past the cliff-top mansions with their private swimming pools and incredible view. The only downside, I guess, to living here is the occasional hurricane, which is not nothing, that's for sure. Right, we're landing into the wind. Going to put down just left of that the bush, which is dead ahead, next to the big trees. Keep the feet moving. Here we go, here we go. And we're down. Right. Fantabulous. It's about 1600 hours and I'm at the charming English Harbour in Antigua. Just turn to the left, there's no obstructions there. And we'll fly past the spectacular marinas. Watching out for those very tall masts. Fabo. Take the one on the right first. A bevy of boats springs to mind. A veritable bevy of beautiful boats. Mast alert, mast alert. And here's Nelson's dockyard on the left there. Fantastic. Okay, I'm going to land on top of this rather tall headland. This one, if possible. Let's see what we've got up here. Oh, there's a few clear patches up there. Oh, okay, yep, I'll go for one of those, but I will land into the wind for a change. So the wind's coming from east-northeast. So let's do a 180. And pick a spot. Okay, I see the spot. This one or that one? I think I'll go for the second spot, dead ahead. At the end of that little pathway. Near the end. Right, focus, focus. Watch the landing spot. A little bit constricted, but it's good practice. Okay, a bit short, but this'll do. Yep. A couple of meters short, but that's nice. Okay, beautiful Antigua in the charming Caribbean. Taking off from a hill on the north shore of English Harbour. And I'll fly around this building and back south to Nelson's dockyard. Altitude about 600 feet there. Down we go. Oops, a bit too aggressive on the pedals there. Let's go to the right skid cam. Past the shoe shop. And the beautiful marinas. Now look at the light on the water as we turn. It's PM. So looking into the sun. Look at the light left and right. Absolutely spectacular rendering of light on water there. Fantastic. I think I'm going to land on this large field to the left here. Why not? Haven't been there before. It's a good enough reason to do it. This would be a good practice area actually for hovering and being as it is clear of obstructions. I'll land next to this shed. Now bear in mind the wind's coming from about 1 o'clock. I got left pedal in, trim's cancelled. I go further forward. Whoa. Yeah, that was pretty bad. Okay, let's try again. So that's something I was trying to look at 1 o'clock and it wasn't really working for me. I think I've got to pick a spot at 12 o'clock and aim for that. So let's try it again. Righto, so that the spot next to the corner of that building, let's imagine there's a helipad there. But forget the building, I'll look at the spot on the ground that I'm aiming for. So first I need a left pedal. I got it. Right, there's the spot, there's the spot. This lighter patch, which is about 1 o'clock now, but it's coming to 12 o'clock. That's where I want it to be. Very close. Oh, we just bumped and got it on the second bump. Okay, keep practicing. Taking off near English Harbour in Antigua. Just get my bearings. We're taking off into the wind, yes. The wind is coming slightly to the right of us, about that away. There we go. Right, let's fly around this headland and come back in English Harbour proper past Nelson's dockyard. Let's go to the nose cam. Nice. Here we go. So actually the first was in the 17th century, was the first recorded ship, the Dover Castle, which was chartered to chase pirates. Chartered by the king, I think, to the king, yep. King of England. And it's Nelson's dockyard we just flew over. And of course we've got this larger harbour to the west, adjacent, and it is gloriously picturesque. Look out for the masts. Yep, no worries. And a yo-ho-ho, look at that scene. Could be pirates out there. I love the clouds touching the mountaintops. That is, that's gorgeous. Let's go to the skid cam. I've just changed my camera angles a bit, so let's have a look at them. Just get them centered up again, that's it. Left skid, left rear, right rear, right skid, and back. That's pretty good too, actually. Just got to be careful. Got to fly in instruments, but that actually is pretty nice. Let's go to the right skid again. Of course we can pan that around. It does get confusing for me. Okay. A multiplicity of camera angles at my disposal. That's so cool. Going to land on that hill to the north of the bay, just ahead of us. Right, let's get my view sorted out. There it is. Now I've got to watch out for that transmission tower. Let's concentrate on this. Flying into the wind. Yep, okay, I'll go to the right of the tower. Land on the left of that building. 60 knots. 50. 40. 30. 25. Keep looking out the window. Just watching that speedo, airspeed. Here we go. Got to climb. It's a great view too. And I'll put it down just before the dark green spot here. Here we go. There it is. Down. Getting a bit better at it. I've got it. If I look down at the last minute and there's grass, that really helps. Cool. And we can see to the right there's English Harbour and 12 o'clock Nelson's Dockyard. We're at Nelson's Dockyard, or near it, in Antigua, English Harbour, at the shoe shop, and taking off over a sea of deadly masts at the local marina. Fantastic. Let's go to the nose cam. Check out the light on that water. Absolutely magical. Could do that for 4 hours. What fun. Just feels like a holiday. Fantastic. Look out for the masts. Textbook scenery, postcard quality. So nice. Alrighty, let's jump back in the driver's seat and let's park on the easterly headland here. Park, I mean land, of course. Now, wind's coming from the northeast, so this is pretty good into the wind direction. And I'm going to park just before those two bushes. Probably should go to the right to be safe, but yeah, let's do that. Okay, so overshoot. I won't run into a bush. Here we go. Getting there. And about there. Yep. Absolutely stunning. We're in the harbour next to English Harbour and taking off into the wind. Going to fly over to Nelson's Dockyard in the sunny Caribbean. Just check the trim is centered. Yeah, I'll give it 2 notches down. Nice, almost hands-free. And here's Nelson's Dockyard. One of the first British naval bases in the area, 18th century. From which they battled piracy and eventually ended the slave trade at that time. Of course, these days we'd probably use something like the Bell 407 here to ferret out these pirate bases. And there's so many places to park your boat in the Caribbean and fly your chopper. Heaps of fun. Right, I'm going to land near one of those mariners, tomato. Cancel my trim. I don't want to land into the wind, of course, so I'm going to do a 180 once I find a landing spot. I reckon at the start of that jetty. It's kind of a car park area. Yep, that'll do nicely. Love flying close to the water. It's very soothing. Right, let's kick it round. Add some collective. Bring the speed back. Airspeed's back to about 20. Right, keep my eyes on the landing spot. Just in front of that doorway. Here we go. And I'd say touchdown now. Oh, that was close. Hop on a jump to the right and we'll do some window shopping. Shoe shop, that is awesome. Shoe shopping in Antigua. We are at English Harbour in Antigua at Nelson's Dockyard, one of the most sheltered anchorages in the area. 2 ships famously survived unscathed a hurricane which damaged 35 others around the coast. And you can see why it's not directly open to the sea and surrounded by high ground. So, and this will be the dockyard here, I would say. Now, as to the name of this next bay, with the town of Falmouth at the north end, I'm not sure the name. But anyway, it's... watch out for that mast. It is super picturesque, I'd say. It's that good. So let's have a look around. What's the time? It's 14:17. Almost time for afternoon tea. Let's go to the nose cam. Fantastic effects of light on water. Look at that as we change direction. The physics of light so beautifully modelled down here. And then we've got reflections coming up in front of us. Fantastic. And for a textbook case of atmospheric perspective, look at the distant, the blue colour of the distant hills over there. All the moisture and some dust particles in the air filtering out all the other colours until we're left with blue. But we know that if we were next to those hills, they'd be the same greens and browns that we've got right next to us. That's a great example. It's one of the ways we perceive depth in landscape, in the real world, and in paintings. Fabulous. I wonder if I can land on this small island. Let's have a look at it. Sunken boat on the left. Yeah, I think maybe we can. Let's have a look in the cockpit. Slow up. Try to get a hover going. And of course I want to try and land into the wind this time. Is there enough space there for us? I think there is, yeah. In fact, I'm going to crab it in sideways. It's so cool having a chopper. You can go anywhere, man. Yeah, this will be nice. Down we go. And we're down. Yeah. Great fun in the Caribbean. I'm at English Harbour, Nelson's Dockyard, and the weather is fine. Taking off into the wind. Let's check the trims. Cancel. Yep. So there's Nelson's Dockyard. (1871), the first British ship entered the harbour, and it soon became apparent it was a very sheltered piece of water. Had a hurricane one year, 35 ships destroyed or damaged, washed onto the beach or the shore, but the two ships in here were unharmed. Sounds pretty good. Let's do a circuit round this bay. I'm not sure what this one's called, but anyway, it's right next to English Harbour. Let's go to the skid cam now. Actually, I might go to the hilltop and get a overview. Why not? Let's do that. Yeah, we'll fly it out along the ridge. So I give myself a bit more torque. Sorry, collective. I'm just looking at the torque meter go up as I raise collective. Looking north now over the island, actually. Must be the highest point on the island, I think. I'll have to investigate that. Right, let's follow the ridge back to the sea. Let's go to skid cam. We'll get a nice overview there. Wow. Postcard material. Fantastic. Let's pop across to that next peak. Could possibly land up here too, I guess. Be a bit cheeky. Let's have a look. I think there's too many bushes. Yep. Probably just as well. Oh, there are other spots you could land, but might try that at a later date. There's a great view. Let's go to the nose cam. Wow. Fantastic. Okay, I'm going to land on this entrance on the point there. So let's slow up. 80 knots. Let's come back. Collective is right down. Pulling back on the stick. Cancel the trim. Coming down to 60 knots. Descending at 500 feet per minute. 1,000. 1,500. Let's not go overboard. Coming down to 50 knots. Hopefully there'll be a flat enough spot there. But if not, I'll press ahead through that gap between the trees. But I think we'll be okay. Yeah, we'll be fine. In fact, I might park up on this higher point. Just up here. Yep. Yep, must be just about down, I'd say now. One day I'll get it right. Anyway, we're on the ground and near English Harbour. We are at English Harbour in Antigua in the Bell 407. Established in the 18th century by the British as a base to chase Johnny Depp around the Caribbean. So the history books record. And it's truly an enchanting location. Let's go to the nose cam. So we're on the south coast of Antigua. And look at that. Just glorious. Just centering up the nose cam there, it gets a bit disorienting if you're flying forward looking sideways. It's about lunchtime, I think, 11:47 a.m. Yep. Beautiful Caribbean weather. So I believe that this is actually English Harbour. I'm not sure whether both bays, but I'm pretty sure this one from what I've been reading. So Nelson's Dockyard, and this being the most sheltered spot on the south coast, which makes sense when you look at the high ground around it and the fact it's not directly open to the sea. So there was a hurricane in the 18th century and 35 ships foundered around the coast, but the two that were sitting in here, Her Majesty's ship Hector and Winchelsea, both were undamaged apparently. So it's a good spot to park your boat. Very cool. Alright, let's see if we can put it down at the entrance between these two buildings. Look like a good spot. Let's check my trim is cancelled. Yes. Right, loosen up, get the feet moving, everything moving. Focus. Okay, I'll land on that little pathway between the two ochre spots. Having said that, I realise now I'm just landing downwind. That's why the tail's bucking around. Anyway, I'm committed now. I'll put it down about here. Yep. There's that for 3 landings in a row. Right, I'll take the third one. Yeah, the wind is coming from the east, so landed the wrong way. Anyway, here's a brief look at the beautiful Nelson's English Harbour and Nelson's Dockyard.